Crosley. Now look at this man. Insolence. But no. I moved. Tittered. Why? Worm. Adjourn. Archbishop. Solemnly. Moderate. Melancholy or chully. But no. Offended. Adoption. Ought to speak. Remedy. Marked out. Called out. It is not adjourn. Race course. That it is not chorus. Left off. I won. You won. They won. He won. But no. Hello my brothers and sisters, welcome back to this channel. In continuance to the previous video, today also we will be learning chapter 3, a caucus race and a long tail, part 12. So let's start without wasting further time. Found what? Said the duck. Found it, the mouse replied, rather crossly. Crosley. Now what is the meaning of Crosley? Crosley means in an annoyed or angry way. For example, when my sister has just cried and then I ask her something, she replies me crossly. Means she replies me in an annoyed or angry way. I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. Of course, you know what it means. I know what it means well enough. Now, I forgot to show you these pictures. Anyway, now look at this girl. This girl is acting crossly. Means she's acting in an annoyed or angry way. Look at her. My sister acts just the same way. Her face looks just similar to this girl. She acts in a crossly. She replies crossly, or her expression is cross. Now, what is this? In this picture also, this lady is expressing in a cross way, or I would say, she is talking to someone crossly. Means she's talking in an annoyed or angry way. I think nobody would like to listen her talks. Her cross talks as she's talking very crossly. Now let's move forward. When I find a thing, said the duck, it's generally a frog or a worm. The question is, what did the archbishop find? Now here, what is the meaning of worm? Worm. Now look at this animal. This animal is called worm. What is it called? Worm. Now, what is the meaning of archbishop? I've already explained to you the meaning of archbishop in the previous part. If not, then you can just go and have a look. But let me explain it to you again. Archbishop is the main priest, or is the bishop, is a very, a bishop of a high position. And what is a bishop? Bishop is the main priest or a very important priest. That is called bishop. Archbishop is the bishop of of a high position who is in charge of churches and bishops in a large area. I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. What did the archbishops find? The mouse did not notice this question, but hurriedly went on. Found it advisable to go with Edgar Atheling to meet William and offer him the crown. William's conduct at first was moderate. Now what is the meaning of moderate? Moderate means neither too much nor too little of something. Like for example, one should eat at a moderate rate. Means one should eat neither too much nor too little of something. One's sleep also should be moderate. Means one's sleep also should not be very much or very less. Now let's move forward. But the insolence. Now first of all, many people pronounce this word as insolence. But no, the correct pronunciation is insolence. It is insolence, not solence. It's insolence, not solence. But the insolence. Now what's the meaning of insolence? Insolence means rude and disrespectful behavior. Like for example, look at these two people. This person is talking to her in an insolence manner, and this lady is also talking to him in an insolence manner. So both of them are talking to each other in an insolence manner. I don't like this picture. It's really annoying. Anyway, let's move forward. But the insolence of his Normans. How are you getting on now, my dear? It continued, turning to Alice as it spoke. As wet as ever, said Alice in a melancholy. Now let me draw your attention to its pronunciation. Many people pronounce this word as melancholy, pronounce it as melancholy or chally, but no, the correct pronunciation is melancholy, or I would say melancholy. Melancholy is also correct and melancholy is also correct. In American English it is pronounced as melancholy, but in British English it is pronounced as melancholy. Now let's move forward. But melancholy, or I would say melancholy, means sadness which lasts for a long time. Means, now look at this man. This man is in melancholy, is in a state of melancholy, means he's in a state of sadness which lasts for a long time. Means he's in a state of melancholy. Now let's move forward. Melancholy tone. It doesn't seem to drive me at all. In that case, said the dodo. Dodo, what is the meaning of dodo? I have already explained it to you, that dodo is this kind of animal which is almost extinct. It's called dodo. Said the dodo, solemnly. Many people pronounce this word as solemnly. It's not lemnily, it is lemly. Solemnly. N is silent over here. So it is solemnly. I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. Dodo, solemnly. Solemnly means seriously and without any humor. For example, generally, my father acts solemnly, or I would say rarely my father acts solemnly. Means my father acts seriously and without any humor, that too very rarely. Now let's move forward. Solemnly rising to its feet, I move that the meeting adjourn for the immediate adoption of more energetic remedies. Now what is the meaning of I move? Now see, I am moving from here to there. I am moving. But then why has this dodo said I move? Let me explain it to you. One word may have many meanings, so be careful about the context in which it is used. In this context, move means to officially suggest something during a meeting. To officially suggest something during a meeting means in a meeting, if you officially suggest something like you do this, you do that, you do this, it would be better if you put this thing there. Something official, I don't know what kind of matters. So to officially suggest something during a meeting. I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. Now what is the meaning of adjourn? First of all, it is not adjourn. It's not journ. It's journ. Adjourn. I hope you got it. What is the meaning of adjourn? Adjourn means to stop a meeting, a trial for a short time. Means to stop a meeting, trial, or I would say trial for a short time. So this dodo wants to adjourn this meeting. You might have seen this one in the movies, like the judge. The judge says like this: I adjourn this case. I adjourn this case. Means this case the judge is stopping the case for a short time. So that is called adjourn. I hope you got it. So let's move forward. For the immediate adoption. Now what is the meaning of adoption? Adoption means the act of accepting to use something. Like Harika doesn't like to adopt anything. Means she doesn't like to accept the use of anything new. Harika doesn't like to Harika doesn't like to adopt anything new. Means she doesn't like to accept the use of anything new. She is such a naughty girl. Now let's move forward. Now what's the meaning of remedy? Remedy means method for curing an illness. Now I can say, what is the remedy of cancer? Means what is the method for curing cancer? I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. Speak English, said the eaglet. I don't know the meaning of half those long words. And what's more, I don't believe you do either. Now what is the meaning of eaglet? I've already explained this to you. Eaglet means the child of an eagle. Now these two are eaglets. Now these two are eaglets. Now let's move forward. Where were we? Yes. And the eaglet bent down its head to hide a smile. Now what is the meaning of eaglet? I've already explained this to you. Eaglet is the children of an eagle. To hide a smile. Some of the other birds tittered audibly. Now what is the meaning of titter? Titter means to laugh in a nervous and quiet way. Now look at this girl. She's tittering, means she's laughing in a nervous and quiet way. This lady is also laughing in a nervous and quiet way, means she's tittering. Let me also try to titter. I don't know. Am I tittering or what? But anyway, tittering means to laugh in a nervous and quiet way. You all must have tittered some or the other day. If yes, then write in the comment box. Now next. What I was going to say, said the dodo in an offended tone. Now what is the meaning of offended? I have already explained to you the meaning of offended, but if still you don't remember, then the link is in the description box. Now let's move forward. In an offended tone, was that the best thing to get us dry would be anyway, I forgot, but anyway, let me tell you the meaning of offend. Offend means to hurt the feelings of someone. So that is called offend. I hope you got it. Was that the best thing to get us dry would be a caucus race. What is a caucus race? Said Alice. Not that she wanted much to know, but the dodo had paused as if it thought that somebody ought to speak, and no one else seemed inclined to say anything. Now what is the meaning of ought to? I have already explained this to you in the previous parts of Alice in Wonderland. If you don't know, then you can just go and have a look on the previous parts. Now let's move forward. Why, said the dodo, the best way to explain it is to do it. Now, why has the dodo said why? Like we also use why in like, why have you worn a blue shirt? Means आपने blue shirt क्यों पहनी है? Now why? But in this case, why is used as an exclamation. Means it is used to express surprise or anger. I hope you got it. And as you might like to try the thing yourself some winter day, I will tell you how the dodo managed it. First, it marked out a race course. Now what is the meaning of marked out? Mark out means separate a particular section or area. Like for example, my sister marks out her area of the bed and my area of the bed. Means she marks out that this much bed is mine and that much bed is my sister's. So she marks it out using a pillow. Means she separates the areas. Now, yes, what is the meaning of race course? Now look at this. This is called race course. This area is called race course. Now this race course is the place where horses run and run and race together, and people bet on the horses. Now let's move forward. In a sort of circle, the exact shape doesn't matter, it said. And then all the party were placed along the course, here and there. There was no 1, 2, 3. There was no 1, 2, 3 and away. But they began running when they liked and left off when they liked. Now what is the meaning of left off? Left off means to stop doing something. Like my sister has left off making a line, or I would say my sister has left off marking out the line of the bed. Means she has stopped making a line of the bed. Means she has stopped marking out the line that this much area is yours, Didi, this much area is mine. Like that she has stopped doing like that. Now let's move forward. Left off when they liked, so that it was not easy to know when the race was over. However, when they had been running half an hour or so and were quite dry again, the dodo suddenly called out. Now what's the meaning of called out? Called out means to speak loudly or to ask someone to come. Now look at this man. This man is calling out someone. Means he is speaking loudly to ask someone to come. So he is calling out. Now look at this man also. This man is also calling out to someone. He wants someone to, he wants to ask someone to come. So he is speaking loudly, or I would say he is calling out. Now let's move forward. Suddenly called out, the race is over, and they all crowded round it, panting and asking, but who has won? Now let me drag your attention to the pronunciation of this word. Many people pronounce it as won, like I won, you won, they won, he won, but no, it is won. I won, you won, they won, he won, etc. It's won, not won. I hope you got it. Now, but what is the meaning of panting? Panting means like this. After we run, we pant like this. Now look at this man. This man is panting after a long run. I see. Now let's move forward. This question the dodo could not answer without a great deal of thought, and it sat for a long time. One finger pressed upon its forehead, the position in which you usually see Shakespeare in the pictures of him. Now, Shakespeare, who is this Shakespeare? This man is known as Shakespeare. Now look at this in the picture, how he has pressed his fingers upon his forehead. So similar way the dodo did. So this man is called Shakespeare. I hope you got it. He's a very famous man, I think. Now, while the rest waited in silence, at last the dodo said, "Everybody has won, and all must have prizes. But who is to give the prizes?" quite a chorus of voices asked. Now what is the meaning of chorus? But first let me tell you that it is not chorus. It is chorus. Chorus, not chaw. It's not chaw, it's caw. Chorus. I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. Chorus. Now what's the meaning of chorus? Chorus means many people speaking together a similar thing at the same time. So that is called chorus. I hope you got it. Now let's move forward. Why? She, of course. Why? She, of course. Now what's the meaning of why? Here I've already explained it to you in this part itself, that why. Here why is used as an exclamation. It is used to express surprise or anger. So what is that called? Why? Why? She, of course, said the dodo, pointing to Alice with one finger. And the whole party at once crowded around her, calling out in a confused way, prizes, 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 prizes. To be continued.
If you have reached the end of this video, I am sure it has added a few new vocabularies to your English. Just try to use these words in your daily life conversations. It will give a boost to your English level. You will get a little extra confidence while speaking. See you in the next part of this series called Alice in Wonderland. Stay blessed. Bye bye. See you in the next video.